Hi, I'm Beth Workman, Transformational Health and Life Coach here at the Apothecary Spa. And today it is the end of March. We're coming into the last weekend of March and we are heading into April, the fourth month of the new year. And I always feel like this time of year is kind of like the make or break with any goals or aspirations or accomplishments that you were aiming for that perhaps began in December of last year or in January 2026. For me personally, I set goals in January. It's usually within the first couple of days of the new year. And I advise my clients to do this as well. Some people like to finish out the year with looking at what they've done for themselves and reflecting on the past, and then looking forward about what they would like to do in the coming months. But for me, I like to close out the year completely, kind of get into it, feel it a little bit, and then start to imagine what I want to accomplish in the new year. And we are in 2026 right now. If you're watching this in real time, it is March 27th, March 27th, 2026. And sometimes this time of year can also be not just the make or break, but it's a time of the year where you are looking to keep the momentum going. Usually, statistically speaking, you can actually see that gym memberships start to trail off this time of year because people either they can't keep up with it or they had big aspirations. They bit off too much than they could chew and swallow, and they start to find that go or no go, balls out, hit the ground running energy that they had maybe sprinting into the new year that comes, that freshness that comes on January 3rd where you're like, this year's going to be the year, right? I hear that a lot. So this is kind of the year where, this is kind of the time of the year where you're like, okay, I've got to keep the momentum and kind of reflect back on what's working for me, what's not working for me, and navigate that and figure out what it's going to look like moving forward. And because this is the time of year where those goals and aspirations and things that you want to accomplish throughout the year, you start to see like, oh, I haven't even done anything, or I haven't done enough, or it feels like it's too big, or maybe it's too small. Today I want to share with you my 10 steps, my personal go-to 10 steps, and these are steps that I actually share with my clients who are feeling that kind of stuckness, or they're feeling like I want to keep the momentum going, so that you can look at your list at the end of the year and be like, wow, I actually did accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, and feel really proud of yourself that you either did it or that you tried to do it, and that you evolved to the type of person that you want to be, because that's what goals are anyway, right? We're not trying to change ourselves. We're not trying to like be somebody different. We might want to think differently, but it's all about evolution. You can't forget you can't forget the past. You can learn from it, embrace the present, and think on the future of what you want your evolution to look like. So, okay, here are my top 10 steps to keeping the momentum going this time of year when you get into like the third month of the new year. Number 1, assess your list. Take a look at that list that you created in January. Are you still aligned with it? Does it still feel good? Did you accomplish some of these things and you didn't even realize it? I actually work with a team, a real estate team here in Anacortes, and each year they sit and they do a vision board exercise with the group, and they do it in December. And I've had an opportunity to come and meet with them, and talk about their goals and like helping them to keep the momentum going for themselves. And the first thing that I ask them is, where are your vision boards? Where are your vision boards? And most of them are like, ooh, my closet, or it's in my office, or it's in my desk drawer. And I'm like, okay, are you working them? You're in the third month. Have you been able to get some of that done? Are you accomplishing what you set out to accomplish? Because now we're coming into the end of the first quarter, and let's see if your list is actually still in alignment. More often than not, I hear this group say, I don't even remember what was on my list. Yeah, they don't even remember what was on their list. If you can't remember what is on your list or on your board, if you've created a vision board, then what is on that list of things that you want to accomplish or you want to show up in your life isn't that important. Or it's changed. Miraculously, it's changed. If you can't remember, it's like, this is a big deal. Don't make your list just to make it, just to have something to blindly aim at. Make it personal. Make it work for you. Make it something that actually is meaningful. Because then, when you think about it every day, when you take the action necessary to actually accomplish it, it will feel exciting. It won't feel like a drag. It'll feel like something that you want to do. And you won't get to the end of the year going, oh, I didn't do any of the things that I wanted to do on my list, because you didn't have any skin in the game, because it wasn't that important to you. That's what not knowing what's on your vision board says to me, that it wasn't even that important to you. So step number 1 is assess your list. Is it powerful? Does it need work? Is it too much? Is it too less? Are you not thinking big enough? Are you still aligned with it? Do those things still matter to you now that you've gone into the new year for a couple of months? Number 2, you cannot accomplish a big goal in 24 hours. So many times I hear people that are like, they want the end result within a day of actually stating the goal that they have. So if you have fitness goals, if you have financial goals, if you have weight loss goals, if you have relationship goals, you are not going to get that result in 24 hours. So you have to take small, consistent action, taking small, consistent steps every single day or every single week, every single month, every single quarter, to help you move closer to that goal. That helps to make that goal, that lofty goal, much more attainable if you are actually able to do it in increments. One of my favorite things to say to my clients that I'm coaching is, how do you eat an elephant? And they'll kind of be like sheepishly like, 1 bite at a time? Like, yes, that's the answer. You eat it 1 bite at a time. So in order to do that, you have to take little bites at a time. You cannot accomplish the big goals all at once within 24 hours of actually setting the goal, unless the goal is simply pick up the phone and have a conversation with somebody, because that can be done in 24 hours, which actually is another thing that's on my list. Number 3, visualize you doing the thing. If there is something that's big on your list, like moving, or a relationship, or getting a new job, or losing weight, or getting more fit, or going on a big adventure, a big trip, visualize yourself actually doing it. Visualize what it feels like, what it would feel like if you were doing it right now. What does it feel like in your body? What would you be seeing? What would you be saying? What would people be saying about you while you were doing that thing? Once you've accomplished it, what does it feel like? What would it feel like in your body? What would your eyes feel like? Your head? Sometimes when we get so stressed out about the things that we're worried about, things, we're anticipating things, we might have anxiety about the things that are going on in our life, and it feels heavy and it's hard, and you're kind of like, you can't see clearly. You might be disassociated a little bit, when we have that overwhelming stress of like trying to accomplish something, or we might feel bad about ourselves for not being able to accomplish something right away. Those are the negative feelings of like the worry and like putting too much pressure on ourselves. But when we accomplish something, once the task is done, there's like a relief that comes. Our shoulders drop and it's like your eyes can take a big deep breath. And I know that our eyes don't breathe, but it's like that feeling of like lightness. And it's like the weight just kind of comes off of you. So step into that. When you want to accomplish a goal, and you might have accomplished a goal in the past, like what if you want to go run a marathon? I've coached people on how to run a marathon. Not that I run a marathon, but like I help them plan it out so that they can accomplish it. And a lot of times they don't, by the time they get to the marathon, it's a month away, they don't want to do it. It was the training that they wanted to do, not necessarily the marathon itself, which is really interesting. Number 4, move your body every day. And I know this might be like, well, moving my body every day is one of my goals. Well, then do it. Also, if you feel stuck, if you feel like you're not gaining traction, or if you're kind of, your momentum and your motivation is starting to wax and wane, especially when you come into the 3rd and 4th month of the year, moving your body every day, even for 15 minutes, creates energy. It opens your mind up. It like opens your eyes up. It creates circulation in your body, which oxygenates your brain, which helps you then to get energy and feel like, oh, wow, whew, I feel light. I'm not tired. I'm not dragging my feet. I actually feel like I have the energy to do the thing that I want to do, right? To take those necessary steps. Number 5, get in nature. If you asked any of my friends, any of my close friends, what is my secret sauce? What is the thing that I love to do most? And it is get into nature. Getting into nature grounds you. It helps to clarify you. You feel energized and awake. And it also helps it helps to clear the noise. When you're in nature and you take your earbuds out and you go by yourself, and it's not like, maybe you might be huffing and puffing, maybe hiking is one of your goals, is like, I want to go on more hikes. Maybe you just need to take a stroll around the neighborhood when you're at work, or leave the office, or leave the restaurant, leave the school, wherever whatever it is that you do for work. Maybe you need to leave for 10 minutes and go walk around the block and like look up in the sky and listen to the birds, or listen to the rain, feel the wind on your face. It grounds you. It takes you out of here and it gets you into here. And when you are out of your head, which is where your humanness lives, which is all of your I can'ts and it's too hard and I don't know how, when you're there, it's going to be really hard for you to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, even the small tasks, because you're not going to have the energy for it. You're not going to have the clarity for it. You're not going to have the focus for it. Getting out into nature helps to create that clarity, and it helps to close out the noise that might be cluttering you up. Which also brings me to step number 6, which is get comfortable with silence and not doing. This is a hard one. When you're actually like running back and forth, you got a million things that you got to do, but you're not doing any of them quickly or efficiently. You might be thinking you're multitasking, but in multitasking, you're actually wasting time. I have found myself so many times in the morning when I'm getting myself ready, I'm getting my son ready, I gotta feed the dogs, and I'm like literally like running back and forth in my house, from the kitchen to the bathroom to the kids' room to my room to the garage to the laundry room, dishes, all of these these places, trying to be like, I gotta do all these things before I get out of the house, and nothing is silent. There's no silence in my head. It's just boop, 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 like all of these voices in my head, all of these things talking, and the TV's on or the music's playing. And one of the best things that you could do for yourself that also helps to clear the noise, and answers come through silence, in a waking meditation, or walking meditation, or sitting meditation, and letting your mind wander. That's when, like, if you're struggling with what's the next step I want to take, how do I accomplish this thing that I want to accomplish, if you were able to like go about your morning in silence, like you make coffee in silence, you get dressed in silence, you take a shower in silence, you drive somewhere in silence, or even just sitting in silence for a few minutes in bed, those answers can come. And I've seen it happen. I've experienced it myself. And so get comfortable with being silent, because we have so many things coming at us all the time. We pick up our phones, we look at Instagram, we look at Facebook, we're looking at TikTok, we're looking at the news, the TV's on all the time. My parents, like my mom always complains that my dad leaves the TV on all the time. It's literally like it's like he gets up after showering, he's on his phone in the morning right away, and then he turns the TV on, he's watching sports, he's watching the news, he sits there and he watches it, and it's just on. And then he goes outside and it's still on. That's a lot of noise. That's a lot of like distraction and clutter. And also, news is on a reel that's going around and around and around and around. It's the same thing over and over and over and over again. The same stories, the same catastrophes, and they do catastrophize everything, which also gets in the way of you tapping into your genius zone and being able to focus and work towards the goals that you have for yourself or for your family. So that's number 6. Number 7, take action. You cannot think your way to a result. Yes, thinking is involved, but you could sit and think and think and think and think and think, but if you do not take any sort of action towards the goal that you have, then it is not going to be accomplished. You will not see it show up in your life. It could be something as simple as picking up the phone and making a phone call, right? Or it could be as simple as taking some, like if you want to clear your garage out, you're like, I'm going to clean my garage this year. It is crazy. It's piled up. I got to downsize. And if you don't take anything to the dump, then nothing's going to happen. It's going to stay the same. If you don't make the time, finding time is one thing. Making time is another. Time doesn't just show up, okay? You have to make it. You have to make time to do the things that you need to do. And it's not going to get done by you just sitting around and thinking about it and avoiding it. So take the first initial step. If you've already taken the first initial step, take the 5th step. Take the 6th step. Take the final step. But whatever it is, you've done the thinking, and now it's time to do the action. That's step number 7. Step number 8 is share it with others. This also helps to create momentum in your goals and in your life, and helps you to keep the momentum going, is if you actually share what it is that you want to do with those around you. Help them, enlist them in helping you accomplish them. Talk about it. When you talk about it, the universe aligns and it starts to make its way through you, and all of a sudden those things start to show up, or you might get an idea, or you might be inspired, or you might be like, oh, I'm going to take this action, and then boom, the next thing you know, it's actually happening for you. Number 9, think about what you want to accomplish every single day. Do that visualization. Think about it every single day. Take action on it every single day. It must be a daily activity in order for it to show up in your life, in order for you to get the inspiration, get the motivation, get the energy, get the ideas, get that spark, so that you can take the action necessary to actually accomplish it. And number 10 is to practice gratitude. And I know, everybody talks about gratitude, right? Gratitude is like the biggest thing in the health and wellness, like mindset field that I'm in. We all talk about it. Every single coach talks about gratitude. And we talk about it because it is so important. Because if you are sitting around and you're looking at your environment, you're looking at your relationships, you're looking at your house, you're looking at your work, you're looking at your friends, you're looking at yourself, you're looking at your clothes, and you're going, I hate this, I don't like this, I don't want to be here, why isn't anything going my way, this really sucks, that you're going to see more of that. You're going to see more of what you don't like. But if you look at what you have, and you're able to be grateful for what you have and excited about what you have, and you can really look at the things around you and not just be like, oh, I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. Oh, I'm grateful that I have food. I'm grateful that I have a job. Like really think about like, why are you grateful that you have a roof over your head, right? I'm grateful that I have the choice to decide what kind of food I want. Not everybody has that. Not everybody has that. There are people that are eating things that they don't want to eat because it's what's available to them. They don't have the means to buy coffee every day, right? Be grateful that you get to go to Starbucks and buy a $10 cup of coffee because not everybody gets to do that. I'm grateful that I have toys like this all over my house. Drives me crazy, but it's also because I'm grateful that I have this because it means I have a family, and I'm grateful for my family, and my family lives here, and my family is happy, and my family is healthy. Those are things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I have an opportunity to do this. I'm grateful that, and if you knew what goes behind this, then that would mean you would understand why I'm grateful for this. It's not just anybody can do this, right? I mean, anybody can do this, but things have to align. You have to partner with people. You have to make the time to do it. And I'm grateful that I have the time to do this. I'm grateful that I'm partnered with people that invite me to do this, because it helps. This is part of what my purpose is. I'm grateful that I have family. I'm grateful that I have a kitchen. I'm grateful that I have dogs. They're very specific things. And the reasons why I'm grateful for them are very specific and very personal. So think about that. Maybe if you're having a hard time being grateful, start with the things that are like the broad things. Like, I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I have a job. I'm grateful that I have food. I'm grateful that I have money that I can pay for things. I'm grateful that I have friends that support me. And then whittle it down until you really get to the things that are the specific things to your life and why you are grateful for the things that you're grateful for. So that's my list. That's my list of my 10 things to keep the momentum going, especially this time of year when you might find yourself teetering on your goals and maybe not hitting them hard like you were at the beginning of the year. And remember, the first thing to do is go take a look at that list of yours and see if any of those things are out of alignment for you. If there's anything that have showed up in the past couple months that you want to add, if there's things that you want to take off, then you can rewrite it. Rewrite your list. Rewrite it free of judgment, free of shame, free of guilt. Rewrite it as you are now and make it work for you. And use these steps to help you get to the goals that you want to accomplish. As always, I hope that this was motivational, educational, informational, and inspirational. And I hope to see you back here again for more inspiring content. Take care.